John Cena has teased one more WWE run. Elsewhere, another Raw superstar is possibly turning heel soon, and an ECW legend is set to appear at Impact Wrestling's Against All Odds. More on that in just a sec. Hello, it's Jack and Ross back again with more news. John Cena was on Raw last night. Raw was built around John Cena last night because it was his 20th anniversary.
20 years since he rocked up on SmackDown, smacked Kurt Angle in the mouth, and then got a weird upside down handshake from the Undertaker.
Oh, yes, he did. Oh, yeah, that was weird, wasn't it?
Bit like a Tony Khan handshake at a press conference after an AEW show. Anyway, during the promo last night in the middle of the ring by Jonathan Cena, he said we don't know when we'll see him again because he's 40. He even said, I'm 45 years of age. Shh. Oh, I bet Vince was having kittens backstage learning his prized baby boy was that old. Yeah. But he also said, we'll be back for one more match, but it won't just be one more match. It'll be a couple of matches, a series of matches, because he wants to do things properly, I would assume.
He said, I don't know when I'm going to be in the ring again. And everyone went, one more match. And he went, one?
I can do two.
Hey, look at me. So he said, yeah, that's why we've titled this One More WWE Run.
Yeah.
Because he specified, it'll be more than one more match. But there were teasers he had confrontations or interactions with various superstars, but the big one, of course, was with Theory.
What did he do with Theory?
He rebuffed him backstage.
He rebuffed him?
Yeah, I think Theory was after a selfie. Cena was like, no.
Oh, God, you got to pay for that privilege, haven't you, John?
But then Theory was like, it should be me who's getting all this adulation. It should be me. You've been in the biz for a cup of coffee, kid.
I know, these young whippersnappers is disgusting. But it would appear that the Miz. The Miz? Why am I speaking about the Miz? Theory, he's not even called Austin anymore, is he? Theory! I'm like 6s and 7s today. Theory will be taking on John Cena at SummerSlam and then again somewhere else.
Yes, you'd imagine so.
Unless everything we've just read over the past few weeks have been a lie.
Who do you think, say the day finally comes when Cena's about to retire, who's his retirement match against?
His retirement match? We can't have the people who were sort of there at the start, can you? Kurt Angle, Undertaker.
A lot of them have already retired. Yeah.
Baron Corbin.
Get him,
make him the legend killer.
Randy, I guess.
Randy, AJ Styles, if he's still kicking about. Something like that. I'm just trying to think of his better feuds over the past few years.
Kevin Owens, CM Punk. Get in.
That'll definitely happen.
Elsewhere on Raw, there was a tease of a heel turn, but not quite yet, but possibly, because during a backstage segment, we had Damian Priest and Finn Balor of the Judgment Day. They confronted the Mysterios, Ray and Little Dominic. He's the taller of the two, I don't know. Yeah. And they tried to get them to join the Judgment Day, and they said to Dominic, maybe you're being held back by your dad and everything. And Ray looked really angry, but Dominic sort of stopped his dad from attacking them, as if to say, no, it's not worth it, Dad. But if you read his face, though, he was like, I feel like I might want to join these lads.
Vince McMahon wants this to happen so bad, doesn't he? It feels like we've been sat here for several years at this point saying WWE are trying to get a Mysterio's breakup and a Mysterio's match to happen at X big pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But it looks like it could be on the brink of happening. And to be fair, I can see Dominic in the Judgment Day merely because he's grown a mullet out, which means he's like his father, Eddie Guerrero, which means he's an evil man. In kayfabe, that is, not in real life.
That works. I mean, would this be a way? Because my speculation on all of this, and this is just guesswork, but I feel like it's all like they've never done it because Ray doesn't want to break up with his son and feud with him. I think he might have even said that.
Yeah.
But this might be a way of doing that without having them actually wrestle each other.
Yeah, just have Dominic be corrupted by the Judgment Day.
Yeah, there was a challenge set up. Ray issued the challenge for next week's show, him and Dominic versus Balor and Priest, and we could see the turn happen then, but I think it could just be another step in the storyline as we go.
I don't think we'll ever see it.
We'll
be sat here for the John Cena 40th anniversary, and Ray and Dom will be their tag team and against the Judgment Day.
Do you think that if you were Dom, would you want to break free like Freddie Mercury?
Oh, big time.
I think so as well. Yeah.
Well, aye.
Because they were on main event the other day.
Were they?
The other week, I think they were on main event.
Against the Judgment Day, weren't they?
Oh, it might have just been a trial run.
The Judgment Day won.
Elsewhere, we saw on the social media Logan Paul was training in the Performance Center once again. He did a massive frog splash.
There was a frog splash. It looked like he might have been doing a swanton bomb. It looked like he could have been doing a moonsault. He was doing lots of big maneuvers off the top rope onto a little crash pad while not standing back while the hurricane was coming through.
Yeah, the Hurricane was one of the coaches.
Yeah. And an unnamed assailant, a man with a brown beard.
I didn't recognise him.
No one upstairs did either.
Strange.
Who was that man?
Anyway, last night on Raw, The Miz talked about this and said he was the one who set all this up, and the pictures were taken of Logan Paul training, and Miz said that it would be him and Logan Paul teaming up once again at SummerSlam. Then Kevin Patrick went, hang on, The Miz, one sec, you turned on Logan Paul at WrestleMania after you won that tag match. And The Miz said, oh, I can't believe he said this. The Miz said that he talked to Logan Paul after the match and told him,
it was a teachable moment.
Oh, it was a teaching moment.
Let's get it right, though. You can't say a teaching moment. Stealing someone else's gimmick, brother. Andre Chase from NXT 2.0.
If you watched our last news video earlier on today, what he should have done was what Pat McAfee did, and The Miz should have reached out to the veteran Andre Chase and said, I'm going to use or tweak one of your catchphrases. Can I do this? Is that all right, brother?
Imagine if that was the case. Having to get permission from NXT 2.0. Anyway, yes, it would appear that we are going to get The Miz versus Logan Paul at SummerSlam. And I was sat here at this very desk yesterday morning with one Adam Pacitti, 6'4" of the man, and we both were saying good, because at WrestleMania, Logan Paul, it was clear he was invested. It was clear he put the sort of time. I know he was on some sort of podcast going on. He trained a day or something for a couple hours or something like that for WrestleMania. That's
not true, but he was actually good. He was actually good, though.
It was clear he was properly invested. It wasn't just like, I'll go back to Tyson Fury because he's the most recent example where I think someone just came in, saw a big paycheck and didn't really invest the time in getting good.
Do you remember how many fireworks there were for Tyson Fury in that Saudi Arabia show?
That was all smoke and mirrors to cover up for the fact he was totally inept inside the professional wrestling ring. But if Logan Paul's going to come back, he's clearly putting the hours in doing the training. He's a natural heel. I can't ever see him being a babyface, especially even up against someone like The Miz.
Do you remember when same. Because do you remember when that story came out in the aftermath? I think it was that The Miz turned on him after the match because he didn't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
He wanted sympathy. It didn't work. Everyone cheered for The Miz.
Unless he's going to bring in every single subscriber to his YouTube channels, I can't see a wrestling crowd ever cheering Logan Paul over a wrestler.
No, I can't either. But that's fine. They should run with that. They should just do that. But at the minute, it is still set to be, allegedly, according to The Miz, a tag team match. But as Ross says, I feel like it's going to lead to a confrontation between the two. And you're right, I back him to be able to do a singles match on his own.
I was saying that the main event of WrestleMania 40 could be Bad Bunny, who is also teasing a return at this current moment, versus Logan Paul for the championship.
Yes, it could. From one pair of legends to another legend, we're going to Impact Wrestling now, because Against All Odds is on the horizon this Friday. It's a special on Impact Plus, and there's going to be a Clockwork Orange House of Fun match between Sami Callihan and Moose, who are in the midst of a very intense feud. But Ross, which legend, not only of ECW, as it says here in the title, but also of Impact Wrestling?
It's fantastic user of head-shaving paraphernalia. It's Raven, everybody.
It's Kakar.
That's how everyone knows him. Wrong way around. It wasn't even him doing it, was it? He got that done to him.
It might not have been his fault.
By James Mitchell.
He bled a lot.
Anyway, he's coming back for the first time in a little while. He did the stuff with, was it Eddie Edwards, who was stuck in the asylum, and Raven was the one to help him get out. Okay. He was helping Eli Drake, who became L.A. Knight, who became Max Dupree, to take down... Was it Tommy Dreamer? No,
I can't remember
who it was. Yeah, he was involved. These were like 2018.
If it's a Raven storyline, just guess Tommy Dreamer, and it might be Tommy Dreamer.
These were 2018, 2019 times. So he's coming back for the first time in a couple of years, and he's going to do some things, isn't he, Jack? What the hell is he
he's going to be in attendance for the match, but you've got to bet your bottom dollar that he'll be involved somehow.
It's Raven effect.
It's the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match, of course.
He is the innovator.
He was, of course, he is the innovator of not only violence. Well, he's not the innovator of violence. He's the innovator of the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. Yes. And he'll be there on Friday on Impact Plus and Against All Odds. And do you know what? Do you know who else has got a busy weekend, Ross?
We have.
It's us. Yes. Because it's Money in the Bank. And there's just so much stuff going on. We're going to do a pitches video, which we're filming today, but I think is going out tomorrow.
Wednesday, that'll be going out.
9 pitches for Money in the Bank with myself, you, and I'm guessing Andrew.
I assume so.
I think it'll be Andrew.
Such a shame.
It's not a shame. He's a cheery young lad, isn't he? Are you still pushing this narrative that he's evil?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Leopard doesn't change their spots.
Fair enough.
Especially the bald ones.
We've got that. We've got, I assume we've got live stream reactions.
Live stream reactions will be happening with a combination of some of your favourite Cultaholic personalities.
Wow.
We'll have predictions involving some more of your favourite Cultaholic personalities. After Money in the Bank, there'll be What Happened At with Jack the Jobber, WTF with me, and some news from the event as we find out all the huge backstage scopes and report them like it's our own.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much for watching this news video. Do tune in for all of that wonderful content coming up later on this week as well. Remember, Money in the Bank's on Saturday, not Sunday. It's on Saturday because it nearly caught me right off guard.
Oh, no.
Thank you very much for watching. I've been Jack. This has been Ross. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and we'll see you very soon.